Hey, I'm Will from Test. I'm here at CES 2012 with Bree Pettis from MakerBot. How you doing, Bree?
Doing great. Great to be here.
So, we're standing in front of something brand new and I think really exciting. This is the Replicator.
Yes, the MakerBot Replicator. Make things bigger, multiple colors, and it comes assembled. It's our consumer product.
So this is something my dad, maybe not my dad, let's say my dad can call you up, say, hey, I want to get a MakerBot of my own, but I don't want to put it together myself because it's a kind of involved process. I mean, you guys have seen Norm and I do it multiple times now. Two print heads, a giant print surface. I'm really excited about this. How much does this cost? I'm going to just cut straight to the chase. How much does this cost assembled, Bree?
So this much awesome costs $17.49 if you get the single extruder option, and $19.99 for the dual extruder option to make things in 2 colors.
Okay, very cool. And how big can I make stuff in here?
So you can make something the size of a loaf of bread. I actually said this on camera when we did the launch, and we put a loaf of bread on there.
Okay.
The next day, somebody on Thingiverse made a model of a loaf of bread. So now you can actually have your bread and eat it.
Oh, no, that's terrible, that's terrible. Along with this, I saw you announced a new version of Thingiverse, too.
Yeah, so that's also epic as well. We redid...
Well, first, explain what Thingiverse is. Our guys know, but some people out there may not know. Paint a word picture.
Thingiverse is a universe of things. Up until before Thingiverse, you could download music and movies and books, but you couldn't download things.
Right.
So we created Thingiverse so that you could download things and share them. And
upload and share 3D models of things that you've made, or you know, Pac-Man, Star Trek phasers, all sorts of other crazy stuff.
It's wild. Like every day I go there and there's new stuff that I just, have no idea.
I think my face is in there somewhere. I don't know. What else changed?
So mostly what's changed is we have a new look, and we tied some stuff up on the back end. When we started Thingiverse on a Saturday and spent a few hours on it. We were like, great. And now it's finally time for Thingiverse to get some, real love and development and start getting better. So there's a bunch of stuff like, if I want to take your head and I want to mash it up with a snake,
okay,
or to make wheels that put your head on a snake.
Makes perfect sense.
I can now give attribution. You can do multiple objects attribution.
Oh, so there's relationships between the objects and stuff like that. That's
We're
good.
building relationships and sort of like the family tree of objects. So there's that kind of stuff, and we've got some stuff coming down the line that you're going to look forward to as well.
So this is the Replicator. We've hit the high level. We're going to get ready to get real nerdy here in just a second. $17.49 for a single head assembled, $19.99 for 2 print heads, 2 colors assembled. You can print ABS or PLA plastic rather.
Yep.
And I think this is really awesome. Now let's get nerdy. I want to talk about what's different between this and the Thingimatic and the Cupcake. You said that this was basically a MK7 print head with some enhancements and changes. What all has changed?
So this is the Mark 8. So we took the Mark 7, that design, and we made some improvements to the internal geometry of the nozzle to make it so that things come out smoother and your models have a finer finish.
And of course, this is 2 print heads. This, family business was embroidery for a long time. We had a whole lot of Fred Flintstone-esque schemes as a child, my parents did. But this reminds me of an embroidery machine because they have multiple needles, multiple threads. It's kind of the same situation here. You have two pipes for 2 different kinds of plastic, and can it change seamlessly between on each layer?
Exactly. So you want to make something with 2 colors. Let's say you actually want to make an actual model of a cupcake. The bottom is going to be white. You're going to have it be red velvet, so the actual cupcake part will be red, and then the frosting will be white. You actually have 2 STLs that are the same place in relation to the origin, so 000, and then you run it through our software, and it kind of like in the same way you shuffle cards. It basically, on one level, it'll do the white part first, and then it'll move over and do the red part. And then so for each level, it switches off.
And so the software is smart enough to know, do the outside edges first, and then switch back to the other color, and then fill in whatever you need to do there.
That's right.
And so with this, can you do things like using PLA to do structural, and then dissolve that away with a resin, and keep the ABS behind?
We're working on that. We're getting close.
Okay.
We're calling that experimental right now, because we really want to print things in multiple materials, and this is laying the groundwork to do that. So.
Yeah. When you have the ability to do structural stuff inside, then you can do all sorts of crazy stuff that really is only available on $25,000, $30,000 machines right now.
Yeah, that's right. This is like bringing the power of really powerful design houses and elite institutions onto your desktop.
Print base size, it looks like just a bigger version of the Thingimatic's print plate.
It's about 3 times the size of the Thingimatic. You can make things, it's about 9 by 6 by 6.
Okay.
So it's really, like, let me hear, we've got...
Wow, that is a big giant companion cube.
Make things and you have to hold them in 2 hands now.
That's fantastic. You've also changed the chassis, the drivetrain.
That's right. So the way it used to work is you would move the object around, and the and the tool head would go up and down.
Okay.
You've got a new friend.
I do.
And
I'm going to throw him in a fire at the end, though.
So we switched it up. On the Thingimatic, the object moved around and the tool head went up and down.
Okay.
On this one, the tool head moves around and the object goes up and down. That lets the actual base be a lot more stable, so that so we get a lot more higher accuracy with this machine. It also means that you can just make much bigger things.
Okay, and it looks like, but the base is going up and down.
Yeah, the base is going up and down. Tool head's moving in the X and Y.
I think I was probably stroking the companion cube when you said that the first time. Okay, so anything else that's changed about the Thingimatic Brie?
So this is the Replicator. So the Thingimatic, if you wanted to make things off-board, you had to buy an interface kit. Now, with this, you can actually just pop in the SD card right here, choose your file, so we're printing a Rook, and it tells you all sorts of things like what temperature you're printing at, you know, how, and all that kind of stuff right on board. And
it looks like you have a 5-way D-pad right here as well to control and tell it to go.
If you look for it, maybe you too can find the secret snake game inside our machine.
Interesting. Thanks so much, Bree. It's always good to talk to you.
A pleasure having you over.
Thanks, man.